Hey guys, welcome to the first round of GTL main season. What is it called? Phase one of the main season. And today we are streaming models versus RL, and Farron is back. Farron, where were you?
I'm here.
What's your excuse? You made me stream by myself this past weekend. And
Well, if it was midday, probably slept through it, so
well,
nice.
you get one day off, I guess. That's okay.
I need my beauty sleep.
Yeah. Well, you know, both teams are ready. Immortal already picked their seven tanks, unselected one. A little doubt there, maybe. Or the pick. Maybe actually more likely he's checking the equipment or the commander.
Switching to the Tehran, maybe?
I do like this blind pick, not gonna lie. Because it removes that timer option or pick one by one option, right? You can pick at your own pace and everything is good.
Yeah, I just need to remove the premium tanks, making it
Yeah.
kind of ruins, well, defeats some of the point of it.
But again, to be honest, I, I don't probably should fix the other thing and then we can ask for this one as well. Because
Why, we don't have a timer, do we? So I'll have to start a stop or something on that.
yeah. So both teams, I think they have their main team here. Both of them. The last time they played in the phase one of not phase one, sorry, GTL plane, Immortals won 3-0, if I'm not mistaken. And
So,
and let's see how it is. I think Immortals may be a little favorite. I don't know, a little actually. I think they are the favorite, but I would want RL to.
I mean, it's best of five, right? No,
It's
best of
best of
seven, so
seven. I want RL to take the revenge.
at least take one round off.
I,
Two,
I
if we get
expect I
ambitious.
I expect 4-2
Or two.
prediction like a model might win 4-2. I could be wrong. Maybe RL can win 4-3, but I think it's if I have to
Taking
guess.
their time with their picks.
Mm-hmm. They have three premiums. They're
Maybe a
prob.
Tehran. I don't know.
I think it's probably QL or Valor. I would say.
Yeah, probably just three vendors.
Yeah, from what I've seen is the meta for British heavies is kind of shifting towards chieftain these days. I was a bit hesitant, but I think
I think it's
I
just better,
yeah
more
I feel
accuracy.
the DPM and it does have threat armor as well. It's not out
Oh, I
used.
picked eight.
They picked what?
I have eight people.
No, it's seven.
I know. Arl has eight.
It'll be good. So Immortals banned Westfield, RL banned Mines,
Hmm.
and this was Immortals map Muro. I do notice a pattern. Tubbins love playing Muro. That's what they picked when we played them as well.
Probably just because they can YOLO aside and
I don't
get it
know.
over with.
Well, if you talk about that, I think Chai played Muro and they YOLO'd the cap as well with CS twice, and one was them. I think one was against one, and then the other one was against forgot. That was a week ago.
Oh, they lost the cap twice?
Yeah, they pushed the B cap on Muro. They won though, like
Oh,
triple push with CS. So I
I
think
see.
that is the meta. I don't know if it's YOLO, if everyone does it.
Hmm.
No, but I think Immortals they don't put the cap, but they do. They are very aggressive in Muro. That is
True.
for sure. Let's go over lineup. On Immortal side, we have John Archer, Chieftain, Pothold, Chieftain, Gone Ballistic I7, Nate I7, the Tubbins duo in Batchat, and Jaxi in CS.
And over on Arl's side, we have Decide Why You Do This in Super Conks. We have Merciless and Talk to Me Goose in Valors. Then we have native in Watcher 260. Interesting. And Stutter in IS7, Black Mirror, and 100.
They do have, I would say, heavier lineup for RL here. They're setting two tanks where I7 goes with. Uh,
Looks like they're not afraid of the YOLO. Which maybe they should be, because
well, they do have these Valors will have shot if models are trying to take four line, right? Which they are. They're not going to the cap. If you see what models are doing a similar play where they would send two tanks on the four or like two tanks under four line and then two watching through the tower, whatever it's called. And
it's
then
K0 spots, but it's like the second time I've seen it.
yeah, that's the second time I've seen RL play as well. But Immortal's caught that Valor, put two shots in him, is down. He lost two shots of damage. He turned, but I don't know how safe he is. He is facing them now. He bounced off his hull. That's tough spot. I don't think he'll survive long because models from mid can just punish him. Jaxie's yeah, he's gone.
Oof.
No, he's still alive. He's still alive. He made it. He's safer here though. He is safe and maybe he can punish, but he's 3 HP. That all it takes is one HE shell.
Yeah, he was a pretty key part.
Black Mirror tried to retreat. I think he was spotted. He took a shot, but got tracked. Not the greatest start for RL though.
No, I think if the Valor Ardiano where he ended up just initially would be an awful spot.
Well, that is the right spot if you have to kind of save. Oh, sorry, not save. If you want a tank to like watch the cap, but yeah, it becomes completely useless if a team just pushes four line, and that's what happened here.
I mean, yeah, he's got to notice it a bit faster. I don't know if he was spotted either and fired. He might. I think he fired and got spotted. I think he could have acted. I think he had.
I think no, he got spotted. He's a heavy, right? As I would have spotted him. It was 400 meters. I don't see why he wouldn't.
Maybe, I don't know. I think it would have been close if he got spotted or not. I think he might have been able to back up to the spot first, then shoot.
Yeah, I guess we'll never know until we get the HUD back. However, on this side, sorry, not this indicator back. Young native versus Nate, the caps on. It's a little bit. The spot used to be better, but it's tough now to get the reset. However,
trying to play 113.
Yeah, I did, and they have changed after a redesign. It's not how it used to be. I used to get better shots playing that spot in a heavy, and now look where he is. He has to overextend, and every time he peek, he gets shot from the I7. Like I7 can easily punish him than he punishing the I7. And there comes the bush. Tubby comes in, finish off Young Native. I think it was his shot. They will get on the cap. Black Mirror isn't on the field side though, so they do have the resets. Are they going?
It's a one.
It's a one, but Stoner Christ pushed in. If they had a Valor at G1, it would have been a different. But now Stoner Christ is just an easy target.
But I think it's.
They did take.
Tubbs goes down.
They are up on HP and RL's up on HP and tanks. No, RL's up on tanks. I don't know what's going on.
Got the other batch yet.
What's going on here? Okay. This push definitely did not work in favor because I decide your fate is in a good spot. Talk to Me Goose is trying to make a cross in a very risky spot. Merciless still hanging on to his 3 HP and killed him. I can't believe what just happened, to be honest. I was gonna. That was a terrible push by Mortals. And if John Archers.
He's on fire. Light Tank might kill him. Oh, yeah, Light Tank's gonna kill him, I think.
He will. I think this round will go to RL.
It's still really close. Oh, there goes the chieftain.
They have the numbers advantage. Talk to Me Goose is full health and he's at G1 now.
Yeah, I mean, ooh. I think the Light Tank's gonna get a bunch of harm now, but
he's one shot. He has to be careful.
Yeah, they need to be very careful. I don't think it's. Especially since they have, I mean, the Valor's good in HP, but.
Yeah, he talk to Me Goose has to come in.
I think the Light Tank might be able to get resets from mid.
He can, but it has to be the Valor to get it because he's the one with HP.
But I guess no, it doesn't matter. The Valor can just peek on it because they have no one.
To punish him.
Just Valor.
He has the high ground. Good play by Talk to Me Goose. There's the first reset.
There's no way they can fight him.
Mm-hmm.
And there is one.
You know, the Oryx is gone ballistic now.
We'll have to see how much that 3 HP Valor did in damage. I have a feeling it quite a bit for being only on 3 HP.
Yep.
That's a good play by Goose here. Doesn't even have to geek it. He can wait for the light tank to get the reset.
Mm-hmm.
Light tank misses. Oh, scary. They're good.
Okay.
Wow.
Now there's two things I would want to say. First, I feel RL should have been more prepared for.
3 HP Valor to 4K.
Holy moly! What?
I told you.
I think he just punished those back cats. Okay.
He punished
Be-
everyone.
Before, okay, let's go over the scoreboard first. I'll go over Immortal side. Gone ballistic in I7, decent game, 10 out of 12, 4,400 damage. He was the last one alive as well, and a kill. Nade in I7, 2,900 damage and a kill, 1,400 damage. John Archer in Chieftain, 2,100 damage. He did get set on fire. That was unfortunate. He lost an additional 800 there. Pothole Ranger in Chieftain with 1,900 damage. Tabby in Batchat for 1,600. Jaxi in CS, 2 shots of damage, and Tubbins in Batchat with 2 shots of damage as well.
Over on RL side, Heart Merciless, the 3 HP Valor hero did 4K.
Yeah.
Big game from him. He came back from nothing.
That's a good recovery, yeah. Like
Yeah.
he rotated back to a good spot where he had farm and Immortals pushed, and he didn't miss any shots then. He had few shots missed. I think that was early on when he was getting punished from the mid, I think.
Yeah, 13 shots, 10 hits, or 10 pens. That's pretty good. Especially with 3 HP. Talk Me Goose and the other Valor doing 2,900. 3 kills too, saving the game at the end. Why do this in the Super doing 2,700. Black Mirror in the 200 doing 2,400. Decided in the Super doing 2,000 damage. Stoner in the I7 doing 1,200. 260, unfortunately, 0.
Mm-hmm. So now going back to the match, what just happened? First of all, I thought RL should have been better prepared for the 4-line push because Immortals did not have a light tank, right? So that, and I think Immortals did make that similar play a few times. So their chieftain got, or Valor Merciless getting caught out is they should have avoided it, right? They should have been prepared for that cap push when it's so common. And
If the
then
260 had been in a more useful spot,
mm-hmm,
it would have probably solved that, right? If the 260 just been
mm-hmm,
somewhere to watch the 4 line.
yeah, would have been better. But yeah, so Immortals had like taken out 2 tanks, like 260, and then 260 was one shot, 400, and Merciless was 3 HP before they made the push. They didn't need it to make the push. That's the other thing, though.
I think, yeah, they could, once the 2 bat chats came in, they could have just sat on cap of the bat chats. I
Yeah,
don't think they needed to go over.
force them to make the commit. But I think that Super Conqueror, Decide Your Fate, Talk to Me Goose, and especially Merciless, they rotated back. They did a good rotation, especially the 2 Valors that were way on the outside to come back as soon as Nate started. Nate went on the cap because he was the first one that got onto the cap, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that gave them enough time. So I think Immortal should have known that they're back there because the push wasn't immediate. They took like a solid a minute or so before they made the push, and that didn't go well at all.
I think they shouldn't have made the push to begin with, but even once they made the push, I think they still
Mm-hmm.
losing it is still pretty incredible considering how much HP they are. I think
Yeah, there were 2 tanks up, right? And I think, yeah, I think that's a bad play.
I don't think there's anyone going to slice it. I think they even if you shouldn't have made the push, they shouldn't have lost with that push because of
Mm-hmm.
how much HP
Yeah.
they had. They had good positions.
Mm-hmm.
The Batchets kind of sat in the open. They probably could have gone a bit better route.
Yeah,
Like
but yeah, the mediums just died too easy, like both bats and the
yeah, they
CS.
sat in front of both supers and the back Valor and Merciless in the way back. They just sat in front there and
Mm-hmm.
died rather than trying to make something with.
Yeah, I think RLI7 was also out of position, Stoner Christ, right? But I
Yeah,
think
he pushed up, but
but their conquerors or British Abbeys, they were separated a bit, which made it tough for Immortals to push one tank because they'll push one tank, get farmed, still getting farmed by the other two, and after they kill the first tank, which they did, I think they killed the super, then they had to make the second push again. Which, I mean, they couldn't because
yeah,
of
at that point it was
how well positioned RL was.
yeah, only a pretty big throw by Mortals. I think they had that one to the bag.
Definitely they did. Going again without light tank models though. I'll go over RL side. We have Stoner Christ. Talk to me, Goose and QL. Decide your fate. Why you do this? Super. Young Native I7. JT in Bat and Black Mirror in T100 LT.
Over our Mortal side, we have Gone Ballistic and John Min, both the Chieftains. We got Wolfie and Mallard. Nate in the I7. Tubbins and Matchets. And CS. I mean,
Models going with an aggressive field push while two of their tanks are guarding the A cap, but considering the play by RL, they might caught out this batch head and then
as long as JT gets out, which
I think he
he might not.
spotted. I think
He's definitely
maybe
spotted.
he is. It took one
Might
shot.
might die here. Let's see.
But I think again, Immortals have a very good position here
Uh,
because if they
stop
if
losing HP. They need to get on cap now, sooner rather than later.
no, I meant Immortals are in good position, not RL.
Yeah.
Because RL goes to cap, they get farmed from mid. They push one of these tanks right there. They are so far back that they'll kill three tanks before they die.
Yeah, they're not in a great spot.
And Immortals countered their play perfectly. Look where Immortals are. They have the map control. I don't see RL leaving that corner where they are.
Yeah, this definitely just is. This kind of push is just not. They need more mobiles.
The push is coming. They're just punishing. John Archer put a shot in. Gone ballistic. Still full health. Talk to me, Goose. Down to one shot to got tracked. Total Christ. Yeah, the push kind of stopped. They're like, oh, they have two more tanks here. They didn't even go over to kill John, man. They just stopped right in front of him.
I think went down too.
Yeah, I think by the time they were there, they should have just kept moving.
I think they needed. They sent the light tank to spot the 1-2-3 line, but I think they should have swapped those. Had the light tank spot the field and have the bad spot.
That's what I would say as well. I mean, right? Because the bad wouldn't have got punished.
We also had a better intel, so you would have known they had 5 people. Yeah, they had 5 people on the field side. We need to push.
Yeah, bad
So
would have.
they at least could have gotten the chieftain out while they were still in the field. I think they could have gotten him out at least. Made a play from there.
So it's safe to say, yeah, TJP difference that this round will go to Immortals. To be honest, I thought with those QL and Valor, or QL and Monk, maybe RL will play the field, especially since they have a light tank, right? You have a light tank,
And if
and
they got all 7 field, they would have won the probably would have won the field fight. So 7-5.
but here's the other thing though. If they didn't intend to, so all their heavies went to the other side in the beginning, right? So that means they had no intention of taking the field or maybe taking it later. But why, if you said gonna send all their heavies there, why do you have a light tank?
True. I think if they're trying to sell what they're not going to YOLO, then you got to go for the YOLO, right? You got to spot it and then go. I mean, you can't.
But for that,
Especially,
yeah, they didn't have like they need more I7s for that, I would guess.
you know they're aggressive field, so you have to go for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Immortal the game didn't have a light tank, so they must have been. There's a good chance they would have been aggressive in the field because that's what they did against Chai, right? If you remember, Chai was kind of caught out in the field, and then but they kind of managed to come back.
Yeah, Chai just they just held the positions
Mm-hmm.
and waited and rotated out.
I think for attacking team, field is a better play because defending team just have to be careful. They have to have like tanks back at defense, like at 1 or 2, right? Just to prevent the YOLO. So I think attacking
Yeah.
team, it's better for them to go to field because they can always come back rather than going there right away. But regardless, let's go over damage. Why you do this in Super Kong? 2400 damage. That's a decent amount of damage. I think he was the one holding 18 bat chat, 1600 damage. Took 2 shots, but still managed to dish out 4 shots of damage. Decide your fate in another Super Kong, 1200 damage. Talk to me, use QL. 1k damage, Blackman Light Tank, 600, and Young Native and Storm Christ at I7 and QL respectively with 1 shot of damage. Yeah, the QL and I7 made the push, but Immortals had a cross, and that they were just in a tough spot. They would have never, after the initial position that Immortals took, I don't think RS would have won, especially where their tanks were.
Almost certain not. They were just too slow.
Mm-hmm.
Over on Mortal side, got Wisik and the Chieftain doing 3,000. Wolf and the Valor doing 2,600. Tubbins in the Bad Chat doing 500. 8 in the I7 doing 1,900. Tubbins in the Bad Chat doing 1,000. John Archer and the Chief 1,800. And Pothole in the CS doing 1,200.
Hey, but I think still good for RL because this was a models map, and they managed to get a win out of it. So the score is even, and let's see how RL does in their map.
Yeah, going even on their map picks definitely what you want to see.
Ghost Town. But again, I think Immortals has to be careful because we see if Immortals made if they get too relaxed or made a bad play, RL will punish them as they did in the first Muro game. Immortals need to be careful of that.
If we can't turn the brain off and just win this one.
RL does have the players, to be honest. They do have the players that can hit their shots and kind of, uh, you know, even out the trades, if not win the trades.
It's got a few key parts to work on. You just got to get better, maybe better reaction, I guess. Better rotations, I suppose, would be the bit, maybe a bit more decisive.
I think the main issue was not. I think they had a plan and they stick to it. RL instead of kind of seeing what Immortal has and then uh, playing or countering that play based on their tanks. I would assume.
Yeah, I mean, I think they found out they're pushing field and they just really sat there for too long. They sat in
Mm-hmm.
that little box.
Mm-hmm.
They just sat in that little box at the top left corner, waited for Immortals to take all decisions. Whereas as soon as you know their field, got to make that decision. Especially since you have the light take spot all the way down
Mm-hmm.
as deep as
Yeah, if they
you
had
know
a
exactly what's
yeah
there.
if they had a bat on that side, right, then and they made the push early, maybe it would have worked, right? Because one bat and a heavy push the G1 guy, and then 2 heavies are pushing the other uh 4-9. What was
And
that?
you at least would have gone one free tank out. Maybe you
Mm-hmm.
lose one of your own, but you make
Yeah,
it
they would have
two for
taken.
one.
Yeah, they would have taken 2 tanks and killed one, and then the two supers could have held the backside.
Yeah, you might not win it because the else would have had the whole play with, but you're in a lot better of a spot.
But again, it's easier for us to judge. with the God's eye view, rather than
Spoilers.
rather than when we are in the field and making all the worst decision possible. That is the other thing, right? They don't see what we see, but regardless. On the model side, we have Jaxi and Bottled in Valor, John Min Archer and Nate in Type 5, Gone Ballistic in I7, Tubby in 50B, and Tubbins in E4. Nate do love to play his Type 5, and he has the opportunity in this game.
On our side, we have JT in the Supercon, we have Decided the Mouse, Goose in the 705A, Black Mirror, Why You Do This, and Native in I7s, and Stoner in the
You know, I do like what RL is doing because they don't have the medium like a bad R50B, so they're making sure that this side is safe. What happened? Someone took a shot. Oh, that was JT. The super conqueror in the back took a shot.
Wow.
I don't know who have been spotted.
Be aggressive on this.
They still have to be careful. Like they're aggressive, but they don't have the best positions like RL.
Yeah,
Is
these two
there?
I7s are a bit.
Mm-hmm. There's a huge opening on the B line if the 50B rotated to B, right?
Capping on the B.
Also, yeah, that's other thing. They are capping the B cap at RL. All of them are around
Yeah.
A. Well, yeah, they're starting to make the play. At least the mouse did. He has to be careful since he has no support. Nate in Type 5 coming in.
Yeah, all these 75A, the I7s, they need to get.
And they are making the push now. Tubby took two shots. One from I7 and 75A down to
Yeah,
half HP.
his remaining two I7s need to move forward there.
Yeah, they do have to.
At least Black Mirror needs to get in the game. It's not involved.
Yes, because timer's down to 50 seconds, and I think you should be in position by this time because 45 seconds. I'm a bit worried here for RL. They're taking too long, and they're not even
I
in
suppose the
position.
Super's gonna be the one to get the reset, but
The mouse did cross. Tubby's out.
that one's dead. Wow.
Yeah,
If they get that reset, they're in an okay spot. They need to get that reset.
they have to. Type 5 fired. Mouse 26
Just
seconds.
hit something.
They have to commit, so they'll lose HP for that. Okay, he
Oh,
got
there we
it.
go. Oh,
JT to the rescue. Cracked Type 5, got the reset.
Arlo's pushing on this the E4 Type 5 Valor.
And that's
Oh,
that's the right play, right?
and
They
E4 got ammo racked.
Tubbins got ammo racked, yeah, because they got the reset. That's what all their models were guarding, and then
Mouse is gonna go down, but I think they should get both Type 5 and the Valor out.
they will.
They're driving past the Type 5. Uh,
Yeah, mouse attracted all the fire.
everyone drove past Nate in his Type 5. I don't know why they didn't kill him, but I suppose it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, because I thought they had him because they had such a huge overmatch there.
Yeah, why you do this? He's a madman. He's just sitting right. Type 5 is gonna look.
Why he doesn't care about Type 5.
He doesn't. He's just going in. I don't.
He drove past Nate, then he drove past John Man Archer, and still didn't take any shot from them. Got ballistics full HP.
It's out of the fight, and I feel like Gone Ballistic's job, right, was to stop the super from resetting, and I think he
No,
yeah,
I think
just wasn't aggressive enough on this.
I feel
line.
what happened here was oh my god, RL just jumping on Gone Ballistic here. They're going wild. They're like, this is our map, and we are here to win it. I definitely see the aggression, or maybe too much aggression from RL here.
Channeling some of the hatred.
But yeah, I think Immortal saw where RL was, and they thought they can start the cap pressure. But to be honest, they didn't had like they had three tanks that were forward, right? And I guess maybe they didn't know how much of RL tanks are on that side because yeah, those two tanks, like the Gone Ballistic and the Valor on the left side, I forgot who he was. They were kind of out of position. They couldn't have helped the guys on the low side or punish anyone
Yeah,
that
because
came
in
for
order to cap
reset.
the B cap, you need to hold both sides of the cube,
Mm-hmm.
left and right side. The front side you don't really need to hold because if you have a small enough tank capping, you can't get reset from the front. So you just gotta hold both sides, and I don't think they were ready to hold both sides.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think maybe model if they pulled back the tanks that were in that corner because they had too many tanks there. They had a 50B and E4, a Type 5, and a Valor, right? Four of those tanks were in that corner. But I also think Tubby in 50B, he got double tapped by the 705A and I7 in the beginning. Good shots
It's
by
half your
them.
HP
But
gone.
he had to be a bit careful and should have had a better angle. Or maybe
And I think
he couldn't rotate. Yeah.
if they put the IS-7 on cap instead of Type 5, because Type 5 can hold the sides better because of the big alpha, and the IS-7's thinner, so it
Mm-hmm.
reset as easily.
Probably, yeah. But I think great play by RL there, taking the overmatch on one side and just having that super mouse distract, super getting the reset, and then yeah, just killing everyone on the other side, and
Yeah,
doing
they
big.
reacted well.
Yeah, definitely reacted well. I was a bit worried for the timer because it was like 40 seconds, and I wasn't sure if super can reset, but he did.
Found the angle.
On the for the score here, Gone Ballistic has 7, 4 shots of damage, 4 2500 damage. Nate and not Type 5 2400. Jackson Valor 2K, Bottle Ranger in Valor 1700. John Menarcher in Type 5 with the 1 shot of damage. He was the one capping actually. Tabby in 50B, 1 pen, he got caught out in the mid game. And Tabby in the E4, unfortunately, no damage for him this game.
And over on RL side, why you do this in the IS-7, doing 4,000 damage. Big game. Goose in the 758 doing 1,000. Blackbird in the IS-7 doing 3,000 as well. Native in the IS-7 doing 2,400. JT in the Superconk doing 1,000. Mouse Decide doing 1,400. Stoner in the E4 770.
And
That's a small game for both E4s.
mm-hmm.
Surprising normally.
RL also, I think I did like the RL play though, because they didn't have the medium, so they didn't worry about the other side. They're like, okay, let's take this side away so that we don't have to rush anywhere, and then we'll reset the B if they go on B or just hold.
Yeah,
And that's what
they
happened. So I think they were prepared. They were prepared that if the team doesn't come to this outside cap, they were in position to
uh,
reset the inside, the center cap.
and they got the overmatch too. I think
Mm-hmm.
worked out pretty well. I think if Super was off by himself, it's definitely
Yeah.
the weak part of the strat, but
Mm-hmm.
considering he wasn't really spotted
He
hard,
he did took a 1 shot. Yeah. After that, I think he wasn't spotted for a
yeah,
while.
but after that you don't really know where he is. And
Mm-hmm.
also Mortals only had 150 B, right? They weren't really fast, especially with two Type 5s, you're just not quick enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was also interesting when Models not picking a bat on this map. Maybe the bat would have provided a little bit more vision.
And that way they can maybe figure out the map.
Mm-hmm. RL definitely punishing Immortals for their mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, they got Tubbins, right? He overpeaked in his 50B, and he got
Mm-hmm.
well, all of his HP was gone for it. I mean, half, which is pretty bad for being at 50B. You need that
Yeah.
HP to trade.
Yeah, I think maybe they didn't think that RL will be that aggressive. That's why they were a little bit too close. And then,
Yeah, I mean, they played out a little box in the top right corner where all the I-7s pushed into. That's kind of the
mm-hmm.
key part of the map.
Okay,
Played
so
outside it.
now we have RL attacking Immortals defending. RL side, we have GT Super. Why you do the Super? Decide your fate and mouse. Merciless Store Price in T57. Black Mirror I7. And Talk to Me Goose in Turret.
Boost. Over on Immortal side, we have Jaxie in the QL, Wolfie in the Super, Huddled in the Type 5, Stick in the IS-7, Nate in the 50B, Hubbins in the Batchat, and then Hubbins in the
E4. Yeah, so Immortals did go for a back at 50B, relying on vision so you know, they can better control the map. Want to avoid the mistake they had last game, but again, they have to be careful because RL might just just push that side altogether. They don't have the vision. Storochrist took a shot from the bat jet.
You think
From
he's gonna
Tubby
get
took
clipped?
another one. Tubby dodging his shots. He had another
Oh, it's 3 for 5. 4 for 4.
fourth.
Oh man.
Tubby is
5 for
mad
5.
here. He's upset about the last game. And already on 2k damage.
I mean, sevens are trading with the
50B. Yeah, Nate bounced, missed 2 of his shots and took 2 in return.
HP still.
Yeah,
I mean, Batchat's stuck there. That's the only good news for RR. Batchat's stuck, and the Tehran's staring.
no, I think Tubby can leave, to be honest. He can leave. He's not stuck because he'll go through this corner. Might take maybe 1 shot.
I think if the Tehran's paying attention, he'll hit him.
And he did.
Okay.
He did.
What can I say?
Yeah. I think he was just not paying attention. Oh, sorry. Not paying attention. Sorry. He did not know the Tehran's watching. So that's a good play by RL here. Baiting that bad chat. You know, Blackmare baiting the bad chat to shoot him. And then punishing.
That was a 1 shot.
They have to be careful. Immortals has to be careful here. Because RL has, you know, more heavier tanks or more armor tanks here compared to Immortals.
Yeah, I mean, their positions. They get the Batchat out here when he leaves, which I might.
I'm also worried about Talk to Goose here. Like, if he shoots now, he will be spotted. At least if Jaxie's peeking.
Jackson's not peeking though. He's playing really far back in the angle.
Yeah, he retreated now.
Just backed up more. It's a good restraint on Black Mirror, not peeking too well. It's hit by the entire team, so it's a good restraint by.
Yeah, RL waiting for Immortals to make a mistake and then just punish them.
Hit from.
It was Nate.
Ooh, Black Mirror's getting clipped here.
Yeah, no, it was one. I think it was one from Tubby and one from Nate. I think, or was it both from Tubby? Tubby has to be careful because he did get shot from Tehran earlier.
Yeah, Stoner's gonna have shots on Nate in a second here. Nate's probably gonna get clipped out actually.
Yeah, they put 1. Nate has to be honest, just leave this spot. Because when he tries to go, I think his engine's out, or no, he's reversing.
Yeah, a Stoner put 1 into Nate, but I think he definitely had an opportunity to drop all. Not under any pressure. Ooh, Kiwell, what are you doing?
Jaxie retreated a little bit too much. I think models are in a tough spot and they are under pressure because Type 5s are also taking damage. Nate's down to 1 shot.
Their HP's still pretty close.
But it's the tanks because RL just have the armor. RL is punishing all the right tanks, I feel.
Yeah, they're taking some bad peeks here. Black Mirror's pushing.
So
pushing.
is Tehran. He has to kill Batchat. If he doesn't, they will throw. If Talk to Me Goose doesn't finish Batchat here, he did. He's down to 1 shot. So is Black Mirror.
The Tehran. Oh my god, they missed the Tehran.
Black Mirror needs to take out tanks because I think that play was not required by RL. They lost a lot of HP to kill
Definitely
1 shot Tubby.
Black Mirror's in a good spot now, but it's scary. He's gonna get. Tehran gets
another shot. Talk to Me Goose is
just feeding this Tehran. I mean,
he's out for blood. Wolfie coming for Black Mirror. Wolfie can kill both these tanks. He finished Tehran. Maybe I don't know. Okay, took a shot. Black Mirror needs to take him out.
He's gonna get cooked by that 2-7s.
Okay. RL up on HP.
Yeah, I think Mortals just lost this mid fight here over on F4. I think they just traded poorly.
They did. I think they were on the low ground and then RL holding the top angle.
They just out-traded them over here on F4.
They definitely did it. RL definitely had a good position punishing that Batchat early on and then also holding the mid. They were very strong in the mid. They were playing really well in terms of hitting their shot and conserving HP. Oh, did this bear almost dropped his shell? But there is gonna be an explosion if he does that again. He has to be careful. Definitely. Yeah, RL, their push worked, but I think it was a little bit risky to be honest. You know, that Tehran just going in to kill that 1 shot Batchat.
it was really ambitious.
Yeah.
I respect the Tehran pick, but I think it would have been better as a 50B or something.
Well, the Tran does have the camera, that they did call out that
That's true.
bad chat, right? That was the
They used a
key.
bad chat.
Yeah.
I guess they made it work. They got because that shot on the bad chat was very
Mm-hmm.
key. That was a critical shot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mora had a good start, especially, Tubby penning 4 out of 5 shots, right up, evening out the HP since RL had more. But then I
Yeah, I
think,
think he should have just left after he got that clip off.
I think Mora just made too. Yeah, he should have just left. He shouldn't have stayed there. That's, I think, also one of the things. You need
Because you
to.
don't really need to maintain vision. Because
Mm-hmm.
it's not like you can't push that side really with the
Yeah.
50 and all the tanks watching. He could have just left and
Yeah, I think both him and 50B should have just rotated around, gone to the other side, and then have map control, right? Because Batch and 50B was just stuck there. Those heavies were too slow to rotate the top side, so they just stay low, got suppressed by RL, and
yeah, because they had the QL and the super there to cover the sides, so the I7 couldn't cross.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Or on RL side, mouse 3,500 damage. Stoner Crescent T7. Sorry, Decide Your Fate was in mouse. Stoner Crescent 57 with 2,900 damage and a kill. Why you do this in Super Conk? 2,200 damage, 3 kills. Talk to be Goose and Terran with 2,200 damage, 2 kills. Black Mirror I7, 2k damage. Really good job in the beginning, baiting Batchat. And
keep
then he got
vision.
punished by Turan. Merciless and Thief 7, 1,800 damage and a kill. And JT Super with 1,100 damage.
Over on Immortal side, we have Tubbins the Batchat doing 3,900. Potter on the Type 5 doing 2,500. Ballistic in the I7 doing 1,900. Nate in the 50B doing 1,800. Wolfie in the Super doing 1,700. E4, E4 had the same damage as the Super.
Mm-hmm.
E4 also doing 1,700. AQL doing 500 shot.
Yeah, I think the reason maybe they didn't rotate it because they didn't want to leave Jiangxi by himself because he was very overcommitted there.
Actually,
And
with the Super and the I7 watch, not the I7, sorry, QL and the Super together, I think you even could have left the 50B there to cover it.
mm-hmm.
Been more than enough. Just trade him out.
Yeah, so RL definitely dominating on their map. They know what they were doing both games on Ghost Towns.
Because if your argument is you need the Batchet there to support the QL, it's not like the Batchet can't really peek that side though, like getting hit like he
That is
did.
true. Yep.
You just can't play that angle anyway, so there's no point to being.
If you really want, send a Ballard there. He can be
Yeah,
held down.
yeah. Then at least the Tehran has to load heat and turret punch you, which is unreliable.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, so you know how before the game started, we were like, models might win 4-2, but right now, RL is up 3-1. And if this was played in season, RL would have won by now.
True. If they had played this good during the playing tournament, they'd be ready.
But yeah, models, they cannot make any more mistakes. This is their map. They need to, take their time and then
No
just
more
make
shimmy
all,
peaks.
yeah, make all the right plays.
I mean, I think they've had pretty good starts for almost all the maps. They started well and just
Not really Ghost Town to be honest.
maybe not.
Ghost Town was even.
I mean, the second round of Ghost, the defense they played it well, right? Because the bat check got 4 out of 5 shots for free.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Okay,
that's
yeah,
an incredible start.
it is.
Just drop the ball in the mid game, but
Mm-hmm.
happens, I suppose.
But now this is the field map. Prox field map. Let's see how RL handles this map. RL is ready. You can see their confidence. They're like they won 3 games, especially 2 in a row. They think they can take it home.
Mortal's mental game, maybe not the best. Maybe they're not so confident anymore, despite being the favored one. Mental game's a big part of it.
It is. Unless you're playing Chai, in that case you'll just always lose, no
And you
matter
always
what.
have bad mental.
Yeah, so then you gotta lose always. So that doesn't matter. But I think everything against the other team, uh, that can play a part.
Wonder if Mortals will pick a light tank this time.
They need to pick a light tank. They played Miro without light tank. I used to not play light tank in proc, but I think that tech is crucial because it gives you like 15 seconds of a heads up without losing HP.
Immortals have just been not been playing light tanks on. I haven't seen them play light tank in a feels like a long time.
Yeah, I haven't seen them play the light thing either.
Them and corruption, both of them have kind of been straying away from the light tank, which I think I disagree with.
I mean, you can mix and match it up a little bit, right? Maybe if you're in an attack, you can control the spread, and but I think light tank does provide a.
It's just it's just too valuable. Even though you're the main argument's always, oh, you're using the DPM. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that really matters. I think the
Mm-hmm.
vision and the information is so much infinitely more important than having an extra 1,000 DPM.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Immortals, they do have all their tanks picked. They are missing Desert. Uh, and
He's the, I said at the
I mean,
beginning,
Darkness
he's the key.
doesn't really been playing. He's been playing bad. So
He's
there's
the guy.
that. uh, they don't have villas or tanks, but to be honest, they scheduled the game. They knew who they had, so that's not a reason. I think they were. I think Immortals might have been too comfortable after their 3-0 game, 3-0 win in play-in, right?
Yeah, maybe they thought it'd be ROB and easy pickings.
And again, there's no light tank.
Risky.
RL has a light tank, and they have a Terran. That's two tanks that's gonna outspot Bat Chats. See this lineup. I don't see. Immortals have to be really careful. They don't even. Yeah, they don't even have CS. But let's go over RL here. Merciless in Super Kong, Store Christ, Why You Do This, Young Native 7, J18 CS, Blackmare, even 100 LT, and Talk to Me Goose and Charon.
Mortal side, we have Jaxie and Diamond and Chieftains, Ballistic and Nate and 9-7s, Tubbins, Pothold, and Tubbins, and Bad Chats.
Yeah, okay, so I do like how they have initially set up in models. They only have
Yeah.
bats on the one line. They can get the punish. Like Tubby might spot, and the other two can punish, and then they can leave, right? So they don't have any heavy stuck here.
Yeah, I'm already scared for RL here. These three IS7s they should not make this one.
Yeah, so looking at the position currently, I think it's in a little bit of Immortal's favor. Unless those I7 just go wild and kill those chieftains.
Yeah, I
But
think
yeah, that
hopefully.
one guy at 8 is a little bit of an. I guess he's out of the game, but he can just come back to A6. Not that far.
Yeah, he has options. I'm hoping the light tank will spot maybe at least one of these bad chats.
No, I doubt
No,
it. They're pushed up. He's not spotting the bats because those
or at
chieftains are
least get
peeking.
spotted and know that something's there.
Yeah, light tank only got tracked. Chieftain has to be careful because the Terran can pen everything. And oh, Johnman Archer overpeaked. Got like Terran didn't pen him his hull, but they
On
did.
spotted too. He
Yeah,
picked the right spot.
a bad shot from him, Terran, and didn't even pen, and then got to in return. But you see, there's a medium from RL here. CS at K5. He
Yeah,
penned
I don't
John
know.
Man.
I
So
guess I should knock the spot then if it worked, but I don't think that's the most useful spot.
I mean, they did drop this tree that was out of the field, right? They did drop this tree out of the field, making this super bush.
Yeah, light tank might go down here.
Mm-hmm. He's down to one.
IS7s are pushing.
Uh, Tubby put one in I7. Chieftains are farming. Yeah, I think RL just put themselves in a.
Yeah, this is almost certainly gonna go poorly.
Light tank's already down HP, right? Three I7s.
Although Portals is leaving though, which is
Which is the right play, right? They need to just, punish them and then leave and, okay, be like, you want to take the 2 line? Here's your 2 line. What do you want to do now? Because now those bats that can rotate through the 7 line and come behind,
I
right?
feel like there was more punish to be had on those IS7s, but
May
maybe I'm too greedy.
I think they had maybe didn't have the heat loaded. It is high 7, right? It's a little bit tough when they're charging straight in. I think you need one tank to track and then the other one to kind of keep punishing.
Yeah, HP's 2k in Immortal's favor.
Mm-hmm. These guys need to
Light
be
tank.
careful, like chieftains.
That CS on K0 is he's in a spot.
Yeah, so I don't know. Immortals they ignored. Now they're in a cross. I mean, first of all, too ambitious of that CS to hope that they won't just push him because he has no
Actually,
support.
he's
Yeah,
surprisingly safe up there. I think if the
he
light tank comes back and helps him,
exactly he is. So that's what I'm wondering. Like he just stayed there by himself because a
he's
normal.
got a balls of steel here. If the light tank can come help him out,
And now they're chasing him back, and Tehran's also pushing. I don't know. They need to kill that guy quick. Sorry,
CS
CS
is running
quick.
the wrong way though. I don't think he should go that way.
The third batch needs to come and help because Tabin is retreating to suppress the light tank who's one shot. But they should know that Terrence is here. And Terran, was that Terran or was that a light
That
tank?
was the light tank. That was the light tank. Matchet is probably gonna finish the light tank here.
Yeah,
Misses.
they need to, and then Tubby need to help him.
Oh,
Tubbins go down
I lied. He got set on fire. That's you just.
by Terran. Oh man, everything that can go wrong for Immortals. I don't know if everything, but I think they're just rushing plays without
I mean,
securing the, without getting
Talbot
information.
did miss his shot. I mean, if he had hit the first shot, wouldn't have had to peek again.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, obviously he didn't expect Tehran to be there, but no, where else do you expect it to be?
Mm-hmm. Because he'll be at K2 definitely, right? K2, K3.
Still not looking great for RL though. Even with the bad chat out, I'm still down on HP.
Yeah, it's even, but now it's down to Tubby to finish even 100 LT. But he's pushed up, and I don't think Immortals knows about this push that he's here.
We're still gonna need a huge game out of the Tehran. There's about 5 minutes left.
They need a Batchat on the hill to punish this I7 because these I7s are just freely peeking.
Yeah, if they had a Valor here instead of an IS-7, he'd be getting so much more damage on these.
Mm-hmm. Maybe Gone Ballistic is trying to suppress them, but goes John Man Archer.
It's okay.
They're down a tank. It's just tough right now for Immortals.
They're still up on HP though.
They're down a tank. They don't have anyone on the hill. That light tank is out spotting Tubby, and he is. Oh no! He started punishing from the back, so that is a good. He did spot the light tank. Took a shot from I7, missed light tank.
He might die for that. I don't know. If the I7 hit. Oh,
Amaranth.
that was.
He bought some time, but yeah, he lost all his HP or
Honestly,
most of it.
if I were just way to do this, I think I would do a tracks and shot. 4 minutes left? Yeah, about 4 minutes left in the game.
It's down to Gone Ballistic. Gone Ballistic needs to just punish this I7, do his best. That Batchat hopefully come back up and then punish the I7s. Forget about the light tank. Just forget about it.
The I7s have been start punishing Nate and Jackson because they can do it for free.
They don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I think Tubby will be reloaded. He might have shots on those I7s.
Yeah, now it's probably too late, right? They should have done it when Tubby was behind them, maybe. Actually, I don't know. Maybe they could.
They didn't know where the third bat is or the second bat that's alive is. Bottle Ranger. I need to stop chewing gum.
I think they're putting Stoner on cap, which is the right play. They should do that sooner rather than later.
The I7s are going up and over. Batchet put one. He needs to put 2 more shots. He needs to track the I7. Nate's not paying attention that they are pushing from the backside. So is Jaxi. Both of them are not watching these I7 just cross for free. And the Batchat was at A6 before he moved over to help the mid. Gone Ballistic needs to help.
They bounce while you do this twice. That's not good.
3v2.
Stoner's going in.
It's 3v3 now. Yeah, they need to finish. Nate needs to win. They have the focus fire.
Jaxi's a 1. Goes down.
It's 2v2 now. Immortals have more HP though. Batchets are coming in to help. I think Immortals can still win. Merciless put a shot in.
Yeah,
Bottle Ranger coming in to help. Yeah, Young Native's one shot. It's crazy right now. He took another tank out. God Ballistic needs to survive.
Down. Okay.
There's hope. There's hope, but
yeah, I think Immortals take this one. I think they finally. There was a big overcommit by RL there.
It was, and they bounced the shots. They didn't have the focus fire. Or I guess they didn't have the focus fire. I don't know. It was 3v2, but and they should have killed the tank, and they didn't. Right? They lost the first tank.
Yeah, I think they bounced the Chieftain twice. I think, which is considering how fast Chieftain shoots, that's pretty bad.
Mm-hmm. RL still in the game. Maybe they were running out of time, so they had to make that push. Because we don't have the time.
There's still 2 minutes left.
How do you know?
I started a timer.
You started a timer. Stopwatch.
2 minutes left. Yeah.
Okay.
I think they could have just put Stoner on cap and
I think that should have been the play, because then Merciless would have just punished him, right?
yeah, and when you do a push like that, you're not using the Tehran super, right?
That
They're
is
not
true.
engaged in the fight.
That is correct. That is the thing with the playing Tehran, right? You need to play where you can use him. Otherwise, if you're not going to use him, what's the point of having a
Yeah,
Terran?
you gotta fight with the Tehran. Where this is maybe they expect him to get shots, but it's not gonna happen. I don't think he even hit anyone when they crossed over the tracks.
Nate's still full HP. He did conserve his HP well, to be honest. He was at that spot. He was the only one who kept his HP. Maybe he didn't. Didn't shoot him either.
Yeah, the focus fire after they killed the chief was a bit. It was pretty chaotic.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, so this round will go to Models, but again, it was close. They had almost lost. Tubbins got baited by Terran.
yeah, both the bad chats. I mean, he got set on fire, but I still don't think he. Still don't peak that. They're not respecting the Tehran.
Yeah, also, I think not making sure that there's no one on the zero line was a risky play. To be honest, it would have, like, I don't see, might have done the same thing. Maybe, like, I will still go over zero line, but just not expect anyone to be there, right? I don't expect a tank. Like, when you push a two line, right? 1 or 2 line, I don't expect the tank there by himself. There was
That's usually why you clear over hill.
Yeah.
Instead of down the 7 line, you go over the hill.
Yeah. Just to be sure. And then, wow, now we have 2 bears. Don't drop the shell. I'm just worried. Okay. They only drop when they lose. Is that what it is? Or they just have different animations? Because, yeah, both of them are doing different stuff.
I have no
Okay.
idea. I haven't looked at it closely enough.
Yeah, okay. A model are still in the game. They had their.
There were some scary moments
Yeah,
last game.
there were, for sure. Over on this RL side, we have Terran, 3k damage and 2 kills. Punish I think the Sertubbins in the bat. Did miss the shot early on the chieftain and lost half his HP, but maybe it did make up by taking a tank out. A bad shot. Young native in I7 with 1700 damage and a kill. JT in CS 1600 damage. Definitely caught Immortals off guard. That's CS, so I'll give him that.
That was a ballsy play by him.
Merciless and Super 1500 damage. Why you do this in I7? 1300. Stoner Christ in I7 600. Black Marine Light Tank with 1 shot. Yeah, you can see why you did this in Stoner Christ. Both were pushed over, right? And Stoner Christ has 1 shot of damage. And why you did this probably 2, right? So I think that they bounce shots. That's probably what happened.
At least 1 stunner, at least bounce 2 to 3. I mean, that's it's not going to cut it. I don't know if it would have made a difference, but definitely important. Over on the Immortal side, we got Pothole Batchet doing 3,400. Tubbins in the Batchet doing 3,200. Ballistic in the I7 doing 1,700. Dominant in the Chieftain doing 1,600. Nate in the IS7 doing 1,400. Jackson the Chieftain doing 1,100. And Tubbins in the Batchet, fortunately, shot by the turret.
Yeah, he got 1 shot. That's it. Yeah.
Got greedy for the light tank. The allure of the light tank pulled him into a false sense of security.
He did. So, I would have to give it to Blackmore. He was down to 1 shot, right? But after he survived for way too long and did his job.
Yeah, he definitely got set to 1 HP and watched up. Showed up.
It's just 1 step away. RL still have an advantage that Immortal cannot make any more mistakes. But to be honest, RL, this map would be their chance to just take it away. Otherwise, it'll be even, and I think they'll start feeling the pressure of.
Next map would be their map pick. So
I don't know. I think it's. I don't know whose map pick it is. I think it's fixed. I think it's fixed. Let me check.
Sure,
tiebreakers fixed for the V. From what I know.
Yes, it is definitely optimal to win on this one than a tiebreaker.
Because you remember what happened to UNL? They were up 4-1 and they were about to win. Or I think they were up 3-1, about to win the Mines game, and then they drew, and then the Immortals had like won the next 3 games.
Well, I think for the stream
You want a
we want to go to
tiebreaker.
the tie. Yeah, I want the tiebreaker.
Okay, we're on the Immortal side. No light tank again. Gone Ballistic Chieftain, Jack Chieftain, Wolfie, Valor, Nate, and I7. That the Tubbins do in Bad Chat and Pothole in CS. They do have a CS this time though.
Then over on our side, we have Merciless and Stoner and Chieftains, Native and Valor, Goose and Why You Do This in Bad Chats, JT and a CS, and Black Mirror and a T1.
Based on the initial position, I think Immortals has an advantage.
Yeah, playing a B cap is tough on Proc.
Because they have a Bad Chat. They have a
Nothing
CS
on
up
A
there.
cap.
Yeah, they have a CS up there who'll spot. Nate will punish, and then the Bad Chat will also support the CS. Meanwhile, the second bat will also come back. They know where they are. RL is just going in straight. Okay, what is this?
This is a play right here.
RL did the same mistake. Actually CS left. I think CS should have
light
stayed
tank.
there. I think CS should have stayed there. They could have baited them, but regardless, I think still.
One of these Bad Chats should go back to A6.
Yeah.
I guess the light tank's doing it. Someone needs to go. CS is falling uphill. I don't like that.
Someone needs to cover. They're just running away. Like Tubbins not even watching Pothole. Pothole can die. Talk to me, Goose. Put one shot in Tubbins. Missed the second one. I don't know if Pothole is spotted, but someone needs to support him. I think Nate is. Nate did retreat back. Good job by him. Now he's in a safer position. They have the cap pressure on. The cap pressure on. They have two chieftains in the bowl. That's perfect. I'm just worried about that CS. No one's supporting him. Maybe Tubbins is, but the Bat Chat, why you do this? Just can peek the corner and clip him. And that's what he's gonna do now, because he'll peek once he see that he's not getting shot. And then they can flip.
And they've admitted to make something happen here. And I think Goose and Why You Do This need to take Pothole from them. Just gotta do it now, sooner than later.
Yeah, and Immortals, they are in a good position because Wolfie got to cap for free, and RL has no tanks that can come for reset.
Yeah, they don't know why to reset it.
It has to be the light tank, right? Those two, I don't know why those two heavies are in the mid. On the other side, like both chieftains from RL. I know they made the push, right? But it's so difficult for them to come back. Yeah, he's
came back.
He did, but I don't light tank will. Why is light tank not spotting? Young Native will die. He already lost. Took 2 shots. I think it has to be Black Mirror. They just don't know. Okay, they made the push on the south side though. They will take out Pothole. Tubbins trying to help, but I don't think that Tubbins can shoot.
They got the reset. I mean, that's. Oh, did he got? No, they got the reset.
They got the reset. Yeah, Pothole will go out. Maybe
actually they're gonna safely get Pothole, huh? Because they're around the corner.
Yeah, no. Nate managed to put 2 shots. Talk to me, Goose need to get out, but he didn't. I think Nate didn't miss, and that was the key. He shot him twice, or 3 times, if I'm not mistaken.
Why do you do this? Or the other one? Who's the other one? Why you do this? You should get out though. But they're still not a great position for RL though. I like Mortals where they're at.
It is, yeah. I think if they had saved that Bat Chat, it would have been fine. Or that Bat Chat, to be honest, once he was low, he should have just left. He's like, yeah, you finish him. Like, once you're down to two shot, right? You cannot stay there. Tubbins got caught out. Tubbins got caught out in the mid. I don't know how. I think he fired and got spotted and lost his HP.
He got hit by the chieftain, I think.
Yeah, in the mid. So.
They got a reset, and it's they're just letting Native peek for free. I mean, he got the reset for only took 1 in return. They need at least 2 shots on Native when he does that.
Yeah, he took 2 shots coming in, and I don't know how he's alive so far.
He's gotten resets twice, and he's gotten shot once for each reset instead of not paying attention, it seems.
I think great play by Young Native, and Merciless also punishing the bowl whenever they peak. So he is suppressing bowl. I think so is Stoner Christ. He also put 1 shot in Nate. Nate's going back to the south. Why you do this still there?
Yeah, he should be able to get, if Nate does anything ambitious, he should get a clip off on Nate. But Stoner's taking shots, he'd stop.
Merciless put 1, Merciless took another one. RL are up on HP.
need to stop these chieftains. Need to stop getting hit. I don't even know what other.
Yeah, I think the only time this
What
team.
was?
Oh, Gone Ballistic took two shot, one from CS and another one from
And young native,
Chieftain.
this native, he got another free reset. I mean,
How is this happening? How is he getting free resets? If I was there, I'm just telling you, I would have died in the last game. If I was before I get the reset, that's what happens with me. If I'm at that spot, trying to get a reset, I would die before I even get to that spot.
instant death. The bat chat. I mean, they have two bat chats staring at it. What are they literally looking at? You know, like.
Why do you do this? Took another shot from Nate. I'm just saying, Nate is doing a really good job. He killed a bat chat, keeping the other bat off.
Something here.
I think Tabby's coming in to finish Young Nate. If he's tired, he's like, I can't trust up my chieftains here. He took a
I don't know if
shot.
that's gonna.
That's
not gonna work though, because
it won't. He might die, but he better finish Young Nate if he bounces first shot.
That's.
Oh, that's a bad play. That's a bad play. The light tank still full out.
He's trying to get out now. I mean,
he managed, but yeah. The key here is you see Black Mirror. He's full HP. They have a light tank sitting at full HP.
Yeah, he needs to get back to the cap because now.
16 seconds.
Oh, he didn't get resets.
Okay, finally. He didn't get the reset, and they killed. He killed Young Native finally. Okay, now Black Mirror has to go in. Good thing he's full health. I don't know what he's saving for. It's 11 seconds. What is Black Mirror doing? He's about to throw the game here. When the timer is down to 30 seconds, he needed to go in. That's when the light tank here, you're full HP. He did. Wow. Like, Young Native did everything for the reset. He was down to one shot or two shot. He even punished the bat chat when it came, right? He didn't die. And on RL side, they were at a great position. They had the HP advantage as well, but especially having a light tank is huge at that point of time in the game. Why do you have a light tank?
Yeah, it's the CS also left A6. I don't know why the CS left there. Should have just stayed because then he could have helped him match it, go it in.
Once the timer is down to 30 seconds, if you need to go in. I mean, yeah, you have one tank, but more often than not, it is possible that Chieftain might miss, and he did. And they just put.
Like, you probably probably didn't think about the double cap pressure. Just thought, oh, it's only one on. I have more time, but in reality,
if it's down to 30 seconds, you need to just start going towards the cap. There's no excuse. Regardless, even if it's single, team's gonna put double.
Yeah.
In this case, they knew a bat that was there.
Yeah, I think it's just. Yeah, Black Mirror definitely dropped the ball on that one. He had.
I think RL had they had like two games. They on Proc they made mistakes that cost them because they definitely out traded Immortals. They
were doing great that Proc game. Chieftains admit they took some bad hits, I'd say, but they're doing overall good. I mean.
Yeah.
They're playing really well. And,
also on the south side, the bats peeked very carefully not to get hit by Immortal's bat. I mean, unfortunately, the Nate was there that he put two shots and finished the bat. But otherwise, I think in terms of peaking, they were doing a really good job. Yeah, Chieftain took some, but I feel RL shouldn't have lost that game.
They played really well.
Maybe I think they might have ignored the timer. Sometimes that happens. There's so many things happening. I think he's also the caller, and maybe he was calling. So maybe that could be one of them. Well, Nate calls in a light tank. He's not playing it now, but anyway. Okay, so Nate and I 7, 2600 damage, taking out the bat chat, also punishing, keeping the other bat at bay. Auto Ranger in CS 1500 damage. Tubbin bats at 1400 damage. Gone Ballistic Chieftain 800 damage and a kill. Sir Tubbins and bats at 2 shots of damage. Wolfin Valor 1 shot of damage. Jaxi with no. So yeah, Immortals Chieftain did not. Yeah, that you can see they had no punish because Jaxi 0 and then Gone Ballistic.
He's just getting hit for free and not doing anything.
Yeah. So I think these Chieftains should have played better because if they had lost, it was because of these Chieftains, Gone Ballistic and Jaxi. If Immortals had lost.
800 damage between the both of them. Then over on RL side, Native and the Valor doing 1,700, saving the game on the resets. Summoner and the Chieftain doing 1,600. Why do this match at doing 1,100. Black Mirror and the Light Tank doing 1,100. JT and the CS doing 1,100. Goose in the match at doing 900. Merciless and the Chieftain doing.
Yeah. I mean, also the play by Tubby and Bad, he's like, okay, I'll kill him, but they should expect there's someone at A6, right?
Yeah, and I mean,
he bounced the shot. He's like, okay, not working anymore.
And he just lucked out to the CS move there, which imagine if it was CS holding. I mean, totality, the CS should have been holding a6, and my tank should have been doing other
Yeah, I
things.
think CS was under the tracks, but anyway, yeah. Models did get a lifetime. They're back. It's 3-3. It can go either way.
We have a game on our hands. It's very close. But with the discussion of the mental game now, if you're RL and you just
Mm-hmm.
lost 2 games that you very nearly almost won,
That is true, but that could also be like, okay, guys, we almost won it. We just need to work better on the finishing. We did
true.
everything the entire game or the first half of the game. We just need to improve on the finishing. On the
Yeah,
model
but to be
side, yeah, Immortal's like barely, hanging through the thread. I
yeah,
guess.
but to be crushing the whole game and then lose in the last 3 minutes to one player making a mistake, I think
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty bad for the team morale.
Yeah.
What is the type?
No, I didn't check the audio. Let me check the audio, even though we have one game left. But better do it now than never.
Tiebreaker is going to be a ghost town again. Mm.
But yeah, tiebreakers Ghost Town. Uh, RL did win 2 games in Ghost Town. They have
We're
all their
still part of
tanks
the ghost
picked.
town champs.
Mm-hmm. But do they have another strat? That's the other thing. Immortals know what
True.
they did in defense. Do they have a backup strat? Which they probably do.
Look,
Yeah.
fortunately for RL, they don't. Mortals might not really know what they did because of the way they pushed up. So like, I mean, they weren't caught in their positions, right? Zaya sevens, they weren't spotted in those positions. They pushed up right and then got spotted. So if they have to play the same strat, it's not the end of the world. But also, I think Immortals would adapt better than RL can adapt. I think Immortals have more experience to change how they play.
They do, but to be honest, we're not seeing it today though. They,
Today we are
definitely,
seeing
they have the experience. Nate, Stubbin, Stubby, they've been playing for a while, but there seems to
they
be
we are
a
living in Throw Central.
yeah,
Watching them.
yeah. RL, to be honest, definitely playing better than they usually do. Models playing not as good as they usually do.
They're really feeling themselves here. I mean,
Yeah.
fortunately for them, it's Ghost Town. They had amazing performance. Should do good for their. RL wins this. I think this would be a pretty big upset for bracket stage.
I mean, I think it's a league. I don't think it's a bracket.
Or not bracket. Sorry, right. The Swiss pairings, whatever it's called.
It will be definitely will be a very huge morale booster for RL, and Immortals need to go back to drawing board and reevaluate everything they do. Make sure they talk to this Desert Storm Darkness to make sure they're here rather than
Honestly, I don't think it's so much strats that are the issue. I think it's just individual play. I think they're making lots of
yeah.
making lots of mistakes.
No, the reason I said strats is they are playing without vision.
Yeah,
Like their play
that's
that
true.
that is
They have not taken a light tank once in this entire set.
I need more water. I wasn't, I wanted the game to go to tiebreaker, but I wasn't ready prepared for it.
You weren't prepared for the long haul.
Mm-hmm. This has been a good thing we streamed this game. Definitely
It's an exciting one. Down to the
The,
got a
the,
game on our hands. It's a real game.
it's gonna go either way.
3-3.
Yeah, why you do this has been benched. Let's see. Immortals dropping the Type 5. They're like, we played Type 5 last time. We're done with this. Throw them away. They're
Too
garbage.
slow.
So on the model side, we have Jackson Chieftain, Gone Ballistic, and John Archer in Superconk. Nate in I7, Pothole in 50B, and Tubbin Batchat and Tubbins in E4.
Then over on RL side, we have JT Superconk, Decided Mouse, Goose in his 705A, Black Mirror, Merciless, and Native all in I7s, and Stoner in the E4. So same lineup as last
Yeah,
time.
RL did not. I think they're doing the same thing. They think it work once it will work again. Immortal's not doing the same thing, but they are. No, okay, yeah, they have different angles and they're ready. They're sending a chieftain and a bat to the 0 line, ready for those RL I7s to just sit out in the open to get farmed. Yeah, I think this is gonna go really bad for RL, playing the same strat they did before. Look at Young Native and the second I7. There goes first shot on Black Mirror, another shot on Black Mirror. I think that's where the experience is. He's down to 2 shots, down to 1 shot. He's dead. Nate will finish him. And he's gone. You cannot play the same strat you just played.
Especially if Immortals.
Yeah, against an experienced team. I mean, they knew how they lost. They won't play the same strat again. They know where you were, especially if you pick the same tanks.
I mean, picking the same tanks big is bad. You can maybe bait play like
yeah,
that.
maybe you can. Yeah, you can bait the. But where else can those I7s go? Can they go to the other side? They can't really fight the ridges.
Yeah.
And they have to take control of this side. Black Mirror could have been saved, but he overextended. And now Young Native and Merciless.
He played in that lower spot where he ended up dying and he safe.
Yeah, he would have been fine. He would just. Yeah.
He was feeling himself a bit too much.
They didn't see that. I think they didn't see that Tubby is in a batch yet. That Immortals is a batch yet. They'll have the vision. That's what they're planning to do. HP still, I guess, a 1K difference. But Immortals are now playing the vision game. You know, Tubby is rotating out.
Once the batch starts playing angles, he's gonna have a game here.
You know, getting back to it, we shouldn't be too hard on Black Mirror, to be honest, because he was calling. There's something called Caller's Curse. That's a truth. That's a real thing. That's why I do 0 damage every game.
Right,
Most games. So, you know, you're calling, you're playing.
Series X, that excuse didn't work. It's ugh.
Okay.
Marvel's just bleeding more and more HP to Jaxie. Jaxie's in the right spot here.
Yeah, he put another shot in Merciless. Tubbins bounced on Merciless. Merciless needs to either like not be there where he is. He's no, don't back up because that doesn't mean easy shots.
Forward.
Yeah.
He needs to make a decision. Sitting there.
Yeah, now the HP difference is 2K.
Yeah, which is well, we saw them throw 2K away in the first Mario game, so.
Oh, that is true. That is true. Dr. Migus is now rotating back. I think he got that the bat that is playing around the back side, so he's gonna go back. But if he does, then Immortal can be more aggressive on the other side. He knows where the bat that's caught. If that super puts one, talk to me. If Tubby dies here,
you should get out. I think maybe.
If he needs to get out without taking damage, there's one. You know, talk to me. Goose doesn't mess around.
Yeah, now they know they have 2 tanks over here. Merciless keeps getting hit. He's just not. I don't know. He's just not paying attention here.
He needs to get it. Yeah, the Tubby did pull 2 of the tanks out. He's now retreating. Nate got set on fire.
But Native's gonna go down here. Right?
Yeah, what Tubby did is pulled back 2 tanks, and they're like, okay, we have an overmatch. Let's just take it.
I think Stoner's probably blocking. Merciless probably blocking Stoner here. E4 misses.
Yep, he needed to connect the shot. Mouse is coming around, so is the other 2 heavies. Still 2K difference, and take out Stoner. Stoner missed the shot. That was a key shot, and then he overextended to take it.
GG right there.
Yeah, they have all their tanks alive.
Black Mirror was a pretty integral part of the strat, because if he stays alive there, he can punish the chieftain over peeking
Mm-hmm.
on Merciless.
Yeah, he had
The
to just
strat
stay
just
there where
works.
he was. Yeah. I mean, you lost attack for free in a small map, right? And where you already don't have the vision.
It's,
Late going in for Talk to Me Goose. I think, yeah, this should.
Immortals definitely gave RL a chance to win. They
They
just
did, yeah.
probably almost 3 chances to win there. Maybe 2. I think 3 is a bit generous.
Yeah, but yeah, that's they were down 3-1. I think the Ghost Town was basically RL not adapting using the same strat. They basically gave Ghost Town away to Immortals.
Yeah,
But the other two games,
even with keeping the same strat, I think it just comes down to Black Mirror getting caught out. I think the
mhm.
strat I think they would have been fine. Even with the way that Mortals played, they were pretty safe. They probably would have had enough punish on this PTB's peak Black Mirror.
No, I think even if Black Mirror survived, Immortals would have rotated out better, so they have better cover and start applying cap pressure because they
Yeah, but
had the
then at least
bad.
your guy would have been alive. And
Yeah.
that allows you to preserve the flank much easier.
Hmm. And I think that will, yeah, Immortals definitely gets finished strong in Ghost Town here. Uh, Over on the score, we have Jax in Chieftain, 3200 damage, 1 kill, holding that corner, punishing Blackmare first, and then Merciless. And I think then there was one more guy, I forgot who it was. Young Native. Um, Tabin Batchet, 3100 damage. He pulled 2 tanks away, and then Immortal just took the overmatch since they were already up a tank. And then 450B, 2900 damage, 3 kills. Gone Ballistic Super Conk, 2500 damage at a kill. John Menarche in Super Conk, 2400 damage. Set up in the E4 with 2k damage and a kill. And Nate and I7 with 1 shot of damage. Did get set on fire. You know, if Nate burned out there with the fire and E4 didn't just die for free, maybe RL had a chance.
Yeah, because then maybe the E4 would have gotten a second shot out. If he
Yeah.
gets a second shot, things are a lot different.
I don't
On
know.
RL side,
E4 fired HG, he has 400 damage. Why does the E4 need to fire HG?
probably on the chieftain turret, but he
Mm-hmm.
probably just penned the turret with a CR shot. Side of the mouse doing 2000 damage. Merciless 97 doing 2000. Houston 758 doing 1600. 18 in the Super Comic doing 1600. Native in the I7 doing 870. Stoner in the E4 doing 430 G. Black Mirror doing 0, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think it was just they just assumed the model won't be there, like on the corner, right? He was just too confident they just won't be there.
Yeah, not enough vision to see what.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, GT both teams, to be honest, RL did play very well. Definitely better than the last encounter these two teams had with each other.
Hmm?
They also had the opportunity to win, and I think it's just the pressure got the best. Oh, I played the wrong score. Yeah, the nerves or whatever got the best out of them.
The,
Yeah, both Prague games, I think RL could have won.
I think they should. I think they should have won both
Yeah,
Prague games, but they
yeah.
just the end game. They played the beginning and the middle pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Just the end game really didn't out for them. They
Yeah.
didn't make it happen.
But I mean, that's still a huge improvement. Again, that's the thing, right? They should just look back at this match, see what they did wrong, and then just fix those.
Yeah, it seems like they know pretty well what they're doing. They're hitting most of their shots. They're
Mm-hmm.
playing all down well. I mean, trading well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Try to get
To
down the.
I was a little bit not so much didn't have that much faith in their proc defense strat. Like why did they just leave that? But they did get lucky, to be honest, a little bit. That Immortals Chieftain, they just couldn't hit Young Native in
They
that
got
match.
very lucky.
He only took 2 shots coming in, and then he's peeking from different sides without getting punished, getting resets.
Young
So,
Native was indeed an animal.
mhm. Yeah, maybe if Immortals had a better punish there, that they wouldn't have been in that tough spot where they ended up being. But yeah, he did his job, but the chieftains from all sides didn't.
Coordination wasn't there.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, GG to both teams. Great play. And congrats to Immortals for winning this round. However, they weren't the best today. I think, at least I think. Um, but yeah, that is it for the game. I'll reboot the stream. We'll play some pubs. But yeah, thanks for joining, guys. Thanks for joining Immortal.
Yep.
I'm just gonna reboot the stream. Just refresh it a second, and we'll be good. And we'll play some. Maybe we'll play Storm Tiger.